Everybody, this is Brenda Marshall, and thanks for being here for today's webinar, Generate More Leads with Your Mobile App. Today you're going to learn how you'll use your new mobile property search app, which is scheduled to be released very soon, as a lead generation tool. You're also going to learn some of the advanced features of the mobile search app, as well as how to present it to current and potential clients. I do want to mention that today's webinar is sponsored by DigitalSafe. DigitalSafe is a secure storage and communications tool in the cloud that brands your business and builds referrals. All data is securely stored in Switzerland. To find out more, you can go to www.digitalsafe.com. So today's agenda includes these 5 points. I'm going to show you how to download and brand your app, and then how to take it and use it as a way to generate leads. We'll briefly review how leads are routed to you through the app. And then we're going to talk about reasons why consumers will love your app and give you a script you can use to present app on buying or listing presentations. Lastly, I will leave you with where you can go to find support resources once the app is released. So let's get started by talking about how to download and brand your app. So one very important point is that even though the app will be available in the Apple and Android app stores, that is not the place we want you to go, you the agent, to access your app. You're going to download your app by way of your mobile URL. So once the app is released, each agent, each of you will go into your eAgency website admin tool. On the left side under Websites menu, you see that I've clicked 4.0 and then 4.5, which is Mobile Property Search. And there you see in the middle of the screen, you've got 3 new fields: mobile URL, mobile text code, and QR code. We'll talk more about the text code and the QR code in a few minutes, but right now I want you to focus on the mobile URL, and the first thing that you're going to do is to come in and copy that URL. You'll then take that URL and paste it into an email message that you're going to send to an email address that you can access on a mobile device. So really you're just sending yourself this link so that you can get to it from your phone or whatever mobile device you want to be installing your app. Open up that email, click the link, and then you'll be taken to a web page where you'll be prompted to download the KW mobile app. So go ahead and follow the prompts to download it for your phone or tablet, and then launch it. You'll have a KW icon like you see there pictured on the iPhone. Click that to launch the app. Once you do, draw your attention to the branding of your app at the bottom of the screen. As you see there, the 2 iPhones are showing 2 versions. Both are an agent app. One is showing an individual agent name, Samuel Martinez, and the iPhone that is more in front shows a team version, Samuel Martinez Team. Where the app is going to pull that individual or team name from is also coming from your eAgency website administration tool. It's in section 1.2, Edit Your Contact Info. That field is automatically populated by the first and last name that shows for your record in White Pages. If you want to override that, for example, if you're part of a team and you'd rather have that show your team name, it's the agent display name field where you will need to make that change. So whatever is in the agent display name field, that is what's going to show on your app. Once you've made sure that your app is branded to your satisfaction, you're ready to start using it as a lead generation tool. So let's go back to your eAgency website administration tool, section 4.5, that new page that has the mobile URL, the text code, and the QR code. And I'll talk about how to use each one of these items as a way to generate leads. The first way is to take that mobile URL and include it as a link on your website, such as in a focus box. If you look at the bottom right corner of this screen, this is Annie Agent's eAgency website. What she's done is created a focus box entitled Search Properties on the Go, and then there's a link there, download my free mobile property search app. We've also just taken a small image. You can use any image maybe from your app landing page, which I'll show you in a moment, and that's where this snippet came from, and just insert that image into the focus box and then add a hyperlink to that image, and that hyperlink is going to drive traffic to your app landing page. And again, I'll show you what that is in just a moment. So that mobile URL is actually driving traffic to an app landing page. You can also take that mobile URL and add it to your signature in your email. Over on the right side, you see an image and some text embedded in the footer of an email campaign piece. So just think of this mobile URL as something you can use to drive traffic to a page where your app can be downloaded and branded to you, and you can include this in any kind of electronic information. So that could be emails, that could be email delivery of campaign pieces, and your website. So the great thing about this is when contacts use your app, then they're able to share it with friends and family. So the easier you make it for them to get to and to share, the more likely it is that your app will go viral and you'll have more and more people downloading it. This is what that landing page will look like. So again, your mobile URL is actually going to point to a page that looks like this, which is branded to you. And then from here, consumers can request the link sent to their phone by entering their phone number, by sending a text, or to scan that QR code. So those are ways to use that mobile URL as a way to generate leads. You can also, on printed items such as a sign rider on yard signs, include your mobile text code. So our mobile app is going to have a short code, as you see on the sign there, of 87778. So what you'll do is print something like you see here, view this property on your smartphone, text KWA, and then you'll have a unique set of numbers after that. So for example, 1234, text that to 87778. So what you see in red there, that KWA, that text code, that is what you will get from your eAgency website administration tool, section 4.5. The QR code is also something that's great to be included on any printed item. So there's more and more consumers, as you know, out and about with smartphones. If you have your QR code on property flyers, business cards, on sign riders, just like your text code, they're able to scan that QR code. That's going to give them instant information on the property. Again, if that's on a property flyer or on a yard sign, and you're going to get that lead. Again, you have the ability, as do anyone who's using your app, to share the app and share listings as well. So in this scenario, if you draw your attention to the phone all the way on the left, we're looking at an example of a property detail page, a listing detail page on the app. At the bottom of that page, there's a black set of icons. If the user taps share, that brings up the next screen. So they want to share this listing, and they have 4 options to do so. Let's see what happens when they tap Facebook. Over to the right, now you see what it looks like. Our friend Kevin here has posted a listing, posted that listing to his Facebook page. So this is what it will look like. It'll put a hyperlinked version of the address, as well as the description and the price. So again, that's one way that you can get your sellers to participate in the marketing of their property. They can also share their listing with their friends through social media, or it can be texted or emailed to a friend as well. Now, the big exciting news about this mobile app is that it's the only mobile app where your leads are delivered to you. So this follows Keller Williams' My App, My Leads philosophy. So if a consumer finds their way to your app, again, maybe they saw your QR code on a sign rider or they received it from a friend, as soon as someone is using your app and they take an action such as save a listing, save a search, call to see the property, or email for more information, any action like that is going to prompt them to register, just as it would happen on your eAgency website. And when they do, that's when the consumer becomes a lead. So they're not necessarily a lead the moment they have your app, they download it, but when they interact with you using the app, that is when it's going to hit your eEdge dashboard. There's also a national Keller Williams franchise version of this app. So it is going to be available in the app stores, and it will be called the Keller Williams Realty Real Estate Search app. So just a word to the wise is the more people that download this app, the more popular that app is going to be in the store and the more likely it will be found. There is also going to be a version for market centers, and these are still more lead capture opportunities for you. So on the franchise version of the app, all leads from your MLS listings are going to be delivered directly to your eEdge My Leads database. So again, as the franchise version and the market center versions go, these follow the My Listings, My Leads philosophy. So if a consumer finds the app in the App Store and downloads it, they're going to have that franchise version of the app. It isn't branded to you. It isn't branded to any agent. But again, once they perform a search and take an action like save a listing and they register, the lead is either going to go to that listing agent for that property, or if it's not a Keller Williams listing, then that lead will go to the nearest market center in that area, in that IDX area. And there it's showing you the branding at the bottom of each of the apps. So if it just says Keller Williams Realty, that's the indicator that we're looking at the franchise version. And then offices will have a version branded to their market center. And then again, as with all leads through the Keller Williams network, leads are going to show up on your eEdge control panel in the number indicator as well as your My Leads dashboard. Okay, so let's talk about why consumers will love your app. So as you know, Keller Williams is already #1 in service according to J.D. Power and Associates. And we feel strongly that this new mobile app is going to help you keep that edge. We think that buyers will love your app because it's giving them a fast, user-friendly, free property search. They'll be able to see the house they're standing in front of and also get a list of other nearby properties with just one tap. They're going to be able to save their favorite properties and do custom searches just like they can on your eAgency website, which is powered by WolfNet IDX. And then the best part is that when they're ready to contact you to view a property or get more information, that's easy too, with just a tap. For your seller clients, they will love the fact that the closest property feature that comes with the app means when you're hosting an open house for their house, their property is the featured property. And just what you can tell them is if they're a listing client and they're sitting at home and they open up the app, it's going to be their property that shows it as the featured property. And as I mentioned before, they can help market their own property by sharing their listing with friends by way of text or email or social media. And again, as more and more buyers are using smartphones, mobile devices, your seller's listing is going to reach even more buyers on that platform. They're also going to be able to get easy driving directions to the property, and I'll show you that in just a moment. And again, sellers can rest assured that you, the agent, are going to be notified immediately when interested buyers want more information or they want to preview the home because the lead is coming into eEdge, and certainly you have signed up for your eEdge lead notifications, so you're being notified right away as soon as somebody registers and raises their hand. So with that, I am going to demonstrate what the app looks like on an iPhone and walk you through how you might demonstrate this to a potential client. Okay, here you see the home page of the app. Once you tap the KW icon on your mobile device, this is the home page. Notice it does say iPad at the top, but we're actually looking at an iPhone version of the app. So again, some of the features to point out on this home page would be the 3 buttons that you see in the gray area, those first 3 buttons there, which include nearby homes, nearby rentals, and open houses. So those are all GPS-enabled one-tap access points to a list of properties. So let's go ahead and let's tap Nearby Homes. So again, as I mentioned, this is going to bring up a list of properties. There's two different ways that you can view the collection of nearby homes, as well as nearby rentals and open houses. One is the list view, and that's what we're seeing here. So I can scroll up and down to view the full list of properties that are nearby. I can also change this view. If you look in the red section of the screen in the upper right corner, there is a map icon. I'm going to tap on Map, and now I'm seeing that same collection of properties, but they're shown as markers on a map. And this is a consumer feature that we think is going to be very well received. This makes it really easy for somebody to really zoom in on the specific neighborhood they're looking in if you have a buyer who is very particular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in to a certain neighborhood here on my map. Let's go down this way here. Okay, and what I can also do is draw. There's an icon on the gray toolbar near the top all the way to the right called Draw. If I tap that, then I can draw a polygon. So again, that's one way that a consumer can really zoom in on, I just want to see properties within these blocks. They can do that and then see which properties are available. So then I'm going to tap on that property marker, and that's going to bring me an overview of the property. So there's the address, the price, some of the high-level listing details, a photo if one were available. And if I click on that photo, it's going to bring me to the listing details page. And as I scroll down, you can see that there is a lot of information available on this listing. Notice at the bottom of the screen there are 5 options. One of them is Share, the fourth from the left. I'm going to tap Share. So this is what you saw earlier in the slide. If I want to share a listing with a friend, I'll show you what happens when I tap on Text to a Friend. So it'll bring up this text message interface. Enter your friend's name, send it, and there you can see in the message box they're going to have a link that will show them this property, and as they access that link, they're going to be downloading the app in the process and viewing the property. So that's another way, again, that you can have your clients and your contacts help get your app out into more hands by sharing it, sharing listings and sharing searches as well. Okay, I'm going to back up to my map view. I'm going to click on this property again. And this time I'm going to tap the Directions button. So now I have the option to find out, how do I get to this property? I see that nearby where I am right now, there's a property I'm interested in. I want to go by that property, take a look at the yard, see if it's something that I want to learn more about. So going down, we have walking directions, shortest driving, fastest driving directions, and above that, the option to get these directions from your current location or from another start address. So just like any kind of GPS-enabled map tool, that's available in your app as well. Going back to the very bottom of the screen, I'm going to tap Contact, which is the icon all the way to the left. So a buyer could contact you by email or could call you if they want more information about a property. And again, when I tap on email, it's going to bring up this contact agent form, and by doing this, it will capture the lead's information, their email address and their name, and send that to you via your eEdge dashboard. The next feature that I'll show you is how to share, The next feature that I'm going to show you is the Save feature. So once again, let's say we have a consumer who clicks on the property. Again, we'll do nearby homes. We'll go to map, pan over, zoom into a neighborhood, draw, and here are the properties in the boundaries. I'm going to tap on a property, look at the details. And let's say I'm a buyer. This property is something that interests me. I am going to tap Save. And that is the icon all the way to the right on the bottom. If I haven't registered yet, here's another lead capture opportunity. It's going to ask the user to enter their email address and password so that they can save this as part of their account that they're creating. Once they save a property, they'll have the ability to do things like add notes and comments to it, to rate each property on a scale from 1 to 5. They can even add their own photos. So as they're walking around, they can take their own pictures and add those to their saved listing. And users can also set up email or text alerts for each property that they save. So that's a great value proposition for buyers who are in that decision process. They're trying to narrow down all these homes that they've looked at. They can't remember the details. They've seen so many. So you're helping them by giving them all these ways to add very specific notes, their own photos, and to help them remember which ones they really liked and which ones were so-so by giving them that rating option. So that is a great value proposition for buyers. You're really helping them make that whole shopping and decision-making process much more efficient. And the last feature I want to show you down at the bottom of the screen, it's the icon right in the center called Refine. When you tap on Refine, this brings the user to the Advanced Search Criteria Settings page. So here, I could change my settings somewhat. I want to maybe max out. I happen to pick a pricey area, but we'll say $925,000. I only want to see homes that have 4 or more bedrooms and that have 2.5 bathrooms. Further down, I can restrict it to only show single-family homes, etc. And then I'll tap on Search. And then that will refine the search results. And just like properties, searches can be saved as well, as many custom searches as the customer wants to create. So I want to leave you today by directing you to the mobile app page that is available on mykw.kw.com. From the home page, you'll go to the black menu bar, click Technology, and then you'll select KW Mobile App from the menu that appears. On this page is not only some of the highlights and some screenshots of the app, but also we have some resources to help you get ready and to come back to after the app is released. So here you can see there are checklists for getting started. We've put together some for individual agents as well as teams, and then we also have some Market Center leadership checklists as well. As you can also see, there are links to frequently asked questions, and as we continue to do training, your questions are added to those. So our FAQ continues to grow. And finally, archived training will take you to KW Connect, where we have a page of webinars that we've been delivering over the last few months all about the mobile app. So please bookmark that page and be sure to keep checking back for any new resources and just make that your one-stop shop for everything that you need for this mobile app. So I thank you very much for your participation today. Have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll see you on the next webinar. Bye-bye.